What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spread the Positive podcast. I am your host, Trent Denson, founder of Spread the Positive and STP Productions, where our mission is to bring light to what's going right and to showcase and facilitate efforts that are making a positive impact in our local communities and beyond. Be sure to check us out, spreadthepositive.net. And also, if you're looking to get involved with the STP Podcast Network, please reach out and just check out all the amazing shows that are on the network. We continue to grow. We continue to build. Be part of the solution. Be part of what's going right. Welcome to the show.
Hey, my name is Brian Nell. I'm a mortgage loan officer with Primis Mortgage. I want to tell you that I absolutely love being a member of the Spread the Positive Network. It's such a great mission and helps bring so much positivity to our community. It's truly be a pleasure to be a part of what they do. There are a lot of ways to navigate financing a home, and in markets like this, having the advice of a trusted local professional is key to making sure you get the right advice for your specific circumstances. Whether you're interested in the purchase of a new home, second home, or have a need for a refinance, I'd love to earn your trust. If I can help you nail your mortgage, call me at 615-243-3976 or visit nailyourmortgage.com.
Primis Mortgage is a subsidiary of Primis Bank, a member FDIC, equal housing opportunity. As always, all loans are subject to approval. Primis Mortgage, NMLS number 1894879.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast. I'm your host, as always, Trent Denson. Got a really awesome guest with us today. Super excited to get into all the awesome stuff that he is doing. I'll go ahead and introduce him, y'all. It is Harry Pacheco, new to Murfreesboro. He's an author of children's books. He's passionate about bringing awareness to kindness, acceptance, anti-bully stuff, just a lot of stuff that's really in line with all things Spread the Positive. So, Harry, welcome to the show, man.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Me too, man. Got to give a shout out to my good friend Regina Heasley, one of the people in Believers in Business. Always got to shout out Believers in Business as well. 7:30 to 9 every Thursday morning at Cedar Glade Brews, right next to the studio here. Great networking group of Christian business owners and individuals. So shout out to Believers in Business and Regina for introducing me and Hari. So Hari, man, the way I like to do it is take us back to young Hari. Yeah. Early passions, what childhood was like, all that, man.
Okay, so basically, I'm originally from the Bay Area.
Okay.
So that's Hayward, California.
Yes,
and
sir.
For all those that are not knowing where Hayward is, it's right next door to Oakland, California.
Okay, all right.
And so
The Bay.
Yep. So early
I had a good friend from Stockton.
Oh, I'm from there too.
Okay.
I moved there
Okay.
right after.
Okay, right.
After
That's
the
like
Bay
this
Area.
over, right?
Yep.
Got you, man.
So, early childhood, had a great upbringing. I had just wonderful parents. Really raised me to be into sports, into a lot of academics.
Yep.
They pushed that.
Yep.
And they also pushed a lot of activities since a young child. And so the activities that were presented to me at the time were baseball, basketball, and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I got into just a kid that was very active. And so especially in our neighborhood, it was very diverse. We called it the fruit cocktail. We had everything from Caucasian to Fijian.
Okay.
To Afghanistan to Peruvian.
Wow.
Like, it was just
That's
a
cool.
melting pot of cultures in which I was very blessed to be a part of.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we grew up in kind of that melting pot, and it was just very diverse. And growing up there diversity comes with different ethnic foods and very into like different foods. Like, if you were to ask me what Ethiopian food would be like, I would know,
Right.
you know, and that's just because of my friends and being invited to those type of dinners.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, and so I'm very, very blessed to be able to do that. But yeah, that was pretty much kind of my childhood. I got into music
Okay.
early on
Okay.
when I was about 14, 15. Started writing lyrics.
Okay.
Everybody wanted to be into hip hop.
Yeah, of course.
Or I was more like R&B, hip hop. So we're into like, you know, Bobby Brown and
Yeah, man.
and
Let's go. That's
and
awesome.
all these things that were coming out. We were like, whoa, man. NWA, that's really cool. Public Enemy, that's really cool. And then MTV Raps came out, and we were like, oh, that's really cool.
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Big
so,
hip hop head here too. I
Yeah.
love that. Like
So we got-
E40, Mac
yeah.
Dre.
Well, E40 Mac Dre, actually, that's where I grew up at.
Okay.
And-
yeah,
and-
that's the Bay.
Yeah.
Heavy, yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Fab and
Let's go.
Too Short. We call him Todd because I actually grew up
No
with,
way.
with Todd, yeah.
Dude, that's so sick.
And Spice One was actually in the same baseball team.
No way. That's
But we
crazy.
called him Chico. 'Cause
Okay.
his real name is Chico.
Nice, man.
So we all grew up in the same.
You grew up with Too Short?
Yeah,
Dude.
we grew up in the same neighborhood.
Wow.
That's why I said I was like, okay,
That's
so,
my guy.
Yeah, it's Hayward, and then there's Oakland, and it's a whole strip. It's called East 14th Street.
Right. Okay.
East 14th Street goes all the way to Oakland. It's just neighboring.
Got you. Wow.
But Spice One always says he's from Oakland. The reason being is because he couldn't say he was from Hayward because Hayward wasn't known then.
Okay.
And so MC Hammer and all them were out from Oakland, so he had to kind of say he was from Oakland.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
This is
So
like-
you're
this is
like
a-
coming up in that era.
Yeah,
With these
just-
guys.
Well,
with
they're more
legends,
my
man.
brother's age,
Okay.
so I'm like probably 6 or 7 years younger than
Okay,
these guys.
I got
but
you.
they were on my brother's baseball team.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah.
That's so
And they
cool.
literally lived on our same block.
Wow.
So the block was long. Like I said, East 14th is a whole street that goes from Hayward to all the way to Oakland. And
Got
so
you, man.
you'll see them all the time when we're over there.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah. And then so I got into music in an early age. I wrote a few hooks for people like Mr. Fab and got into doing those things and I was with 18, who is an artist from E40 that we wrote songs together for
Dude,
a little
that
while.
is so sick.
So I wrote music. My best friend owned ARC Studios at the time. We grew up together. He ended up owning ARC Records. And then we ended up making music together.
Dude.
And that's something that at an early age, we're talking 16, 17, 18.
Sure.
So that was where the writing
Okay.
kind of presented itself.
Yeah.
And then I kind of grew up from the hip hop world, kind of did real estate for a little bit. And then, wanted to write again.
That's
and,
amazing.
And use that outlet again. And I found writing anti-bullying books was something that was permitted was very, I want to say,
Necessary.
Yeah,
needed.
it's very
needed.
necessary. Yeah.
Needed.
necessary, but it served a good cause at the
Yeah.
time. And
That's
so,
amazing, man.
Yeah.
Where do you get? Is that just something that was like you just always had? Like you're just one of those guys that wants to. I don't
Always like
You're
write
like-
or creatively
right,
write,
and then
or-
just like you're a positive dude in general, and
Yeah.
and like you said, the diversity and the acceptance aspect of how you're. I mean, that's huge, man. That's
Yeah.
something to celebrate for sure.
Yeah, well, it triggered me is because Gladys Glasses was actually written because of these are all written from experiences from my kids and my children at the
Okay.
time. So Naomi, my daughter who had stigmatism
Yep.
at an early age, at 4 years old, experienced bullying, and there was nothing there was basically something that I could do for her.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And to express like, hey, it's okay that you wear glasses. She is 17 now.
Sure.
But
yeah, that's tough when you're a kid, man.
Yeah.
Let me hold this up real quick. I got Gladys glasses right here. So this was the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one. That took off, and then that reached Parents Magazine.
Wow.
Once, Parents Magazine is a really national magazine.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, and so when that hit, I became the ambassador for anti-bullying.
Dude, let's
now,
go.
I only wanted to write a book for my daughter, and that was it.
Okay, that was the original plan.
Original plan.
OG plan, okay.
Yeah, and then the owner of the book, you see the person that kind of like put money behind it.
Yeah.
It was grassrooted. His name is Rob Owens.
Okay.
And you could look him up later. He's the one that created Bump Box, which is he built an empire.
Wow.
And so he was the one that executive produced those books. That was the backing of it, and then he started us off.
Dude, that's so cool. What did he start?
Bump Box. So that's BUMP.
Yeah.
BOX. Now
Gotcha.
he has so many artists that's with him. Snoop Dogg, T.I. If you look him up, he's the one that did all the bump boxes for all of them. Gotcha. He does all the Super Bowls. He did Barbie, the movie.
Dude.
So he's
major.
Yeah, he's major.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shouts to Rob, man.
Yeah.
And that's just one of your guys you came up with too?
Well, that's one of the guys that I was very lucky that my daughter and his son went to school together.
Wow.
And so that's how we hooked up.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
So Gladys Glasses pops off. You get Parent Magazine.
And then they asked me to do school. They asked me to be a public speaker for elementary schools. And that's why you'll probably see on my page that I was talking to anywhere from 2,000 kids throughout the Bay Area.
Dude, that's cool.
For assemblies and spreading the awareness just from that book.
That's so crazy.
And so a lot of people were like, hey, that book took off. Why don't you do 5?
Why not?
And I said, hey, I was just doing that for my daughter. Then I started to see other things that were happening with my children. And one of them was that Stanley No Stripes one.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
That one's actually about...
In today's world, cybersecurity isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. At Your Tech Now, we provide top-notch protection against cyber threats, phishing scams, and data breaches, keeping your business secure 24/7. Whether it's network security, computer lifecycle management, or backup options, we've got you covered. Simple, honest, straightforward IT with a personal touch. Contact Lwayne Bullard at Your Tech Now today, and let's protect what matters most. Please forgive a little technical delay, but we're back here with Harry Pacheco. We were talking about Stanley No Stripes here, the second book he wrote, second of 5 that we were kind of getting into. Mm-hmm. But man, I gotta shout out my guy here because he just put me on just some of the stuff he did in the music game coming up, and this guy literally grew up with legends, like absolute legends in the game, and really, like he was doing it, singing, rapping, all of it, man. So just the hip hop head in me is like having like a pretty awesome moment. So first of all, thank you for sharing that, and dude, that's just as someone that can push play, and that's about it on the musical side of things. I'm always in awe of like anything musical. So man, that's so sick. But without further ado, let's get back to Stanley No Stripes. What's the story there?
So Stanley No Stripes is a coming of age book, and that's like if your voice didn't change like everyone else did, and it cracks.
Yeah, everybody.
Or if you don't have that growth spurt,
sure,
when everybody's like 5'10", and then you stay at like 5'3" or 5, or whatever it is.
Sure.
And so that book reminded me of my son. His voice was cracking. and he never really grew tall. Like he was very a late bloomer.
Sure.
And so I noticed that, and I'm like, I want to write about that.
Yeah.
And then so Stanley No Stripes is kind of like talks about how Stanley couldn't wait to get his stripes like the other Tigers did.
That's fire.
And so when Stanley was able to be patient over the summer, he got his stripes when he least expected it.
Man, amen.
And guess what?
Amen, bro.
And then when he got his stripes, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Now the artist that did that is now a comic book writer who is very, very successful.
He did all these, right?
Just the first two.
Oh, okay.
And he the illustration, if you could look at it, he is what you would call a I don't know if you're hip to like a hip hop graffiti artist.
Somewhat.
So if you go inside of that, you could tell that he is by the illustrations of it.
I see it there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so even on the first two pages, you'll see like how the coffee shop was made. It's like very.
Oh
very,
yeah, dude,
you
there you go.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that Tigerville.
Yeah.
Tigerville Cafe. I love it. Dude, Phil, you're a goatee. Dude, that's so sick.
yeah.
Wow. All right, keep going.
So that was a part of that. The next book I have is Willie's Wheelchair,
Let's go.
which is the one that I got a children's book award for.
Nice, man.
Because it teaches acceptance.
Let's go.
And then so I hooked up with the Wheelchair Basketball Association,
Oh, nice, man.
and I got letters from a lot of the athletes that are in there.
Nice.
And said I was Willie. So Willie is about somebody that was a champion but never got accepted because he was in a wheelchair, and then he was only known for his disability. But one guy did take a chance on him and said, "Hey, let's go play some hoop."
Let's go.
And it turns out Willie Wheelchair was really good at it.
Hell yeah.
And so now the Wheelchair Basketball Association picked that book up, and now all their tournaments, they have Willie wheelchairs being sold there.
Dude, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So
Man, I got goosebumps, dude. This is so good. This is so good.
So that is the third one.
Yeah.
You're coming up to the fourth one, which really literally came out about 6 months ago.
Yep.
And that's called Cyrus the Cyberbully, and that's what I'm here for today.
Okay. Plug away.
What
my
I want
guy.
to push, because I was like, I never pushed this book at all,
Let's go.
and why not do it now?
Absolutely.
We hooked up with the cyber book company that donated money for the making for this book, for it to be given out to libraries to spread awareness. And so what we're doing here in Murfreesboro is giving it out to libraries such as the one in Patterson, and then the one here down the street.
Yep.
To that,
The
and then
downtown one.
we're giving it to local churches as well.
Nice, man.
For their children's ministries.
Love it.
And so that's all we're doing is what we do is because we're a nonprofit organization. And so what happens is that this cybersecurity company, we put their stickers on the book, and then they do a donation towards spreading anti-bullying awareness for the simple fact that it's cybersecurity that they're pushing their own company on that, because they support anything anti-bullying.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, they're trying, what their company is all about anti-bullying. So that's
awesome.
what they do.
What's the nonprofit called officially?
It's called the anti-bullying book nonprofit organization.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can find me at harrypacheco.com.
Yeah, we'll have all that.
Yeah, no, it'll show you exactly what they do, because if you buy a book, what ends up happening, you pick a book, it goes to whatever you want it to go to. It'll go to like a police station for them to read. I know they have Dr. Seuss Dr. Seuss on Anti-Bullying Month, and
Yeah.
will donate books there
Nice.
if they want that, or if they want to be donated to their local library. And so we're doing that for people that support our book.
Man, that's so cool. How can people support?
Well, if you go to that website, there you go to the shop page.
Yeah.
And what the shop page does is there's notes there.
Sure.
So they could purchase as many books you want, to either for themselves, or if they wanted it to be directed to a place they want to donate.
Cool. So just go to your website
Yeah.
and buy the books.
Yes.
It's easy. It's
Yes.
easy, people.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. So Cyrus the Cyberbully, man, because, dude, it's so crazy out there right
Yeah.
now. I can't imagine being a kid these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It
it's
can remain anonymous.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anonymous. That's why it's so easy for them to cyberbully now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was wild. Coming out of high school. I mean, we were early. I mean, we were AOL and AIM and
Yeah.
being able to send messages here and there and emails and whatnot. But I mean, we didn't have obviously like Facebook or public. I mean, you could say some wild stuff on an away message or something, or
Yeah.
there was stuff to do that could really hurt people, man. But like nowadays, dude, it's so bad.
Yeah.
It is awful, and kids are
Absolutely.
suicidal. Kids are doing that.
Yeah.
I hate to even say that word, but it's real. And dude, it's like it's not going anywhere, unfortunately. And like just anything to counter that, man. Like salute to you for doing it, man.
No.
'Cause
Absolutely.
it's I don't even know the word. I mean, it's almost like it's an epidemic, really.
Yeah.
Like it's
Absolutely.
it's so prevalent in so many different ways of life and doesn't discriminate, dude. Like people can, I mean, it's so crazy. So yeah, this is something that needs to happen for sure, man.
Yeah. So I love what you just said. Do you mind me piggybacking?
Yeah,
what you
please,
said?
man, please.
I have a cousin. I want to share his story. I never shared the story why I wrote Cyrus the Cyberbully.
Mm-hmm.
Was I had a cousin who had a child that was 13, right? And he was bullied, and he took his own life.
Man, I'm so
And
sorry.
that was from being bullied through cyberbullying. So this book is close to home. It took me a while to really write it, because it was very hard,
Yeah.
because there's a connection there, and then also be able to have it have it not like still be a children's book,
Yeah.
but still get the message
Yeah.
across.
It's a
It's-
delicate
Yeah.
balance, yeah.
Yeah, and so I kind of wanted that book dedicated to him. I know that my cousin's very private. I couldn't put his name on there.
Yeah, sure.
and so that book is definitely for him.
Well, God
So-
bless the dead, man.
Yeah.
That rips my heart out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so moral of the story, man, don't be doing that.
Yeah.
Just straight up, don't do it.
Yeah.
You don't know the repercussions of saying something stupid. We all get caught in the moment and say stuff we don't mean, but being intentional about hurting people online is just, you can't, man. Like, just don't. Just,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. Or I don't even, like, that's just so outside of my nature, I guess. Like, it just doesn't compute in my head, like,
Yeah.
why that would even, I don't know, man. Like, that just really, yeah, I don't even have the words for that, man. But thank you, first of all, for doing it. And anything to counter this stuff, man, is, like we said in the beginning, all of these children's books are needed. But man, this one's very relevant to everything that's happening nowadays. And it's like there's got to be measures. There's got to be stuff in place. There's got to be some change in this world. So
Absolutely.
the fact that you're starting this and this nonprofit's, doing what it's doing is definitely a great example of what we're all about, man. Like stuff that's actually working, what's going right, making a positive impact. So thank you for that, man. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Trent. You're doing something special here of the podcast. You're spreading positivity, spreading kindness. I really appreciate you having me on this platform.
Yeah, man.
To be able to know that there's somewhere to go to spread positivity.
Man, let's go. Yeah, shout out to Regina again. She told me that we were gonna hit it off. I didn't know the level of how much we were gonna hit it off, man. But you got a friend in me, man. I'm here. First of all, welcome to the borough.
Yeah.
Glad you're here, man. Glad you're doing this work, and I see a lot of future collaborations in the near future, man. So,
Can I shout out somebody?
Yeah, man.
Real quick.
That's what we're here for.
So the person I want to give a huge shout out is Claire Maxwell's doing great things right now, especially because she's on the Rutherford County Board of Education, and she's doing great things with that. So she's helping us get the books in and help, because she really is for the kids.
That's what's up.
As far as how they get affected by this epidemic that you said.
Yeah.
And she has a great heart for it.
Shout out to Claire.
Yeah, so she is working on implementing the books to be in the schools.
That's amazing.
That's something to be really excited for.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Claire. Thank you.
She wants to be on the
podcast,
by the way.
We're going to have to run this back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to run this back. We're going to have definitely going to have a follow-up with Claire, and that's going to be awesome. That's great to hear, man. Our education board gets roasted a lot around here, so it's good to hear that there's some good stuff happening.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good segue, man. I told you off my a couple of signature questions we always like to ask.
Yeah.
Just with the craziness of the world, there's a lot of stuff that's not going right, a lot of hurt, a lot of just division, all the stuff. But the whole mission is spread the positive. Podcast, the network, all the different shows we produce is all about, finding stuff that is going right and is making a positive impact. Obviously, everything you're doing with these books and your nonprofit and all that is a absolute textbook example of what we're looking for. So this was such a great fit. And again, shout out to Regina for just quickly putting this together. She literally sent us a text yesterday and we're recording today. So shout out to you again, Regina. But in your world and just what you see beyond the books, obviously we've kind of hit that, but just your personal view, what are some other things in the world that you would consider going right?
For what I know, that I see is, I know this is probably dated myself, but
no, man.
There's still a DARE program that's out there.
Let's go.
That I am partners with.
Okay.
And
I don't remember DARE.
Yeah,
Man, that's some powerful stuff. It worked, man. It
did. And then, so I remember when I was a kid, and I don't remember a lot of things, but I remember the DARE when they came over with Officer Friendly.
Sure.
And the DARE Bear.
Yeah, man.
And I got the shirt.
Yep.
I remember that vividly. Mm-hmm. So what we did was we hook up with the DARE group,
nice.
And we do anti-bullying right after the DARE group.
That's Fire.
And so
Let's
we
go.
do after school programs like Give Every Child a Chance. And that's 47 after school programs.
Nice.
And so
man.
it's kind of like the Latchkey Association where
Yeah.
kids are that they need development,
Yeah.
right? As far as like their minds are still growing and we have to teach acceptance and things of that nature. And so we hooked up with the DARE program that they come in and talk about, drug abuse resistant education.
Let's go.
We talk about anti-bullying.
Let's go.
So I want to give a huge shout out to the DARE program.
Man.
And
They're still out, right?
Right.
They're still doing it.
That we still work with them.
That's so cool.
But the one thing that you said, there's a couple of people, and I want to give Every Child a Chance.
Okay. Who
the CEO now, right? That she's been great to us. I want to give her shout out her organization. I'm not sure if she wants me to shout her out because she doesn't like
Sure.
having her name involved. She wants the organization
Yeah.
to be involved. And
That's
it's called
cool.
Give Every Child a Chance.
Man, I love that.
And that's 47 schools throughout the whole United States after school programs. So
Nice.
give a child a chance.
Where are they based out of?
They're based out of Stockton, California.
Hey, stand up. Let's go. That's awesome.
Right. And so, speaking of Stockton, there's a lot of great things happening. We talked about the hip hop world, but Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz, their boxing coach is Mr. Perez.
Yeah.
And he has, if you see my website, he has gotten the anti-bullying books too. So when he does boxing training for the MMA fighters or whoever he's training,
Wow.
he gives out the books as well.
That's so sick, man.
He's on the website. You can see him.
Yeah.
And you see him in Nick's corner all the time.
Wow.
And Nate's corner all the time. But he stays in Stockton still.
Okay.
But he has a boxing club in Manteca, California, which is next door to Stockton.
Okay.
And he represents the books as well.
Man.
So you'll see him with a Gladys Glasses book.
Yeah.
Or a Stanley No
Let's
Stripes
go,
book.
man. I love it. Man, the circle, the circle that you're part of, man. You got a strong group of people behind this mission, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So the whole team is really doing doing the real work of what's going right, man. So shout out to the whole team.
Yeah.
Another question I always like to ask is just someone you just shouted out several, so I'm gonna keep it going. Just keep going with those types of people that are really like living the mission to spread the positive.
There is a couple people that are really doing great. One of them I like to shout out. I did a podcast with her recently. Her name is Crystalline. She goes just by Crystalline. She's an artist.
Okay.
But what she does is that she opens art like boutiques for people that graffiti. Instead of graffitiing,
There you go.
she'll open galleries for them to hold their art
Sick.
instead of getting in trouble by graffitiing on walls.
Hell yeah.
And so her name is Crystalline. She's based out of Temecula, California.
Okay.
She's doing great things. They have a weekly. They go there weekly to have like an art festival for them to come out, and she gives out like canvases and paintbrushes and paint for them to come out and showcase their talent.
Man,
And so
that's cool.
that's an awesome thing. Also from Stockton, California.
Let's go. So much Stockton, man.
Yeah,
Stockton,
it's her-
stand up. Let's
and
go.
I kind of want to get her name is Anna. She holds it's called Art Expressions.
Mm-hmm.
And she holds it. Her art gallery moves from different places, so it would be at the city hall in Stockton, and then she lets people that are local through Stockton, California, that showcase their work as well.
Nice.
And so she gives events out, but she'll showcase their work. And there's something about when you put somebody's work up on a gallery for people to look, especially at the city hall where they're getting tons of people walking through there, right? Paying tickets or going to court, things of that nature, and all their art is all displayed.
It's awesome.
And so she does that. I want to shout her out, but I don't want to get her name wrong. So her name is let's see. She does so fantastic work. She held some of my books there. Her name is Anna Vera.
Okay.
And her husband, his name is Arturo Vera.
Okay.
And their organization's called Arts Expressions. And that's in Stockton, California.
Nice.
So San Joaquin County.
Yeah.
And she just does really positive work for all the artists. Actually, one of the artists that are there, get this is a highlight.
Oh, let's go.
Do you see these phones? Like that apple right there?
Yeah.
The artist that did that apple, that literally did this apple that is in probably everyone's hands, goes to Art Expressions.
No way.
Yes. He
Dude.
sold that, and guess what? He sold that apple for like $500. Wow. And guess what? He sees it everywhere.
That's so sick. Wow.
So, yeah, you can look it up. He goes to Art Expressions. Yes.
Man, that's so cool. Man, so much good stuff, dude. So much good stuff. That's why, man, I love this so much. I do it. Like, this is why this whole entire thing exists. And it's just hearing stuff like that, man. Literally fills my cup every single time. Super, super grateful for this one, man. Man.
This is what networking is about.
Yeah, brother.
It's like, I wouldn't know. I pass by here every single day.
Right.
I live right there. And who would have thought, like, spread the positive was literally down the street.
Man,
and now I'm here.
Yeah, you need to be in here more. You need to be in here a lot. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yeah. And I want to be a co-host.
Yeah,
or something
man.
When you have something that pertains to what I'm doing,
which is most of it, man. So you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You're part of the fam.
Yeah.
That happened quick. I don't even know if you.
That was literally yesterday, and we were like, "Come in today."
Yeah, we're gonna record tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I love this stuff so much. It's just it's like a great equalizer, man. Like, it's just like, you know, these news outlets and all these crazy arms of media have like such a stronghold on it all, but man, we can still get together and talk about all this awesome stuff that's happening and push it out there. Just a little counter, just like the counter to the cyberbullying. It's got to start somewhere, right?
Hey, what like, I know this is on air,
man,
or on air, but
let's go flip it.
I remember you asked me and said, would you be interested in doing your own podcast? Right?
Yes, it's what we do.
Absolutely. I love people, man. I love talking to people. I love the interaction of people. So absolutely, man.
Come on.
Yeah,
you heard it here first. Got the Harry Pacheco pod coming soon, man. Cyrus the Cyberbully pod, anything, man. We could take it anywhere. Yeah. Nah, this is super exciting.
But I want to co-host with you first, though.
Man, hey, we'll get you. We'll baby step you into this, man. But you're ready, bro. Trust me. I know one when I see one. It's you're made for this, and you got a message and a meaning and a purpose, and man, it's powerful. This has got me. It's got me in my feels today, dude. I'm excited. Yeah. And I got to shout out Regina again. Who would have thought, man? She called me yesterday. I'm like, what's Regina calling me for? Yeah. And picked it up, and she told me. I'm like, oh, that sounds so sick. Went to your website. This is so sick. And then talked to you, and here we are recording, man. It's
she's a wonderful person.
Man, she's amazing. Shout out to the Heasleys.
Talk about spread a positive.
She's a good one.
Just talk to her for about 5 minutes. She's spreading the positive already.
Yeah, right? And she said, I mean, she's been in homeschooling and all that forever, and I think she mentioned something about there's some tie-ins with that too. Yeah. So. Yeah, man, that's what happens when you come to the borough, man. We plug you in quick, and you'll find your new home quick, man. But Yeah, final question, or one of the wrapping up questions. Always like, or this is one of the signature things I've always done is the grateful for, man. 4 things you're most grateful for right now. What you got?
I wanna. So the first one, is God.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So first and foremost,
Yeah.
God.
Yes, sir.
Jesus is Lord.
Let's go.
This wouldn't be possible if it weren't for him.
Yep.
Is because putting him in the driver's seat has been the ultimate kind of it's been a big deal for me. But letting him take the reins,
Yeah.
letting him be on the driver's seat. I know when I tried to take over the driver's seat, I end up taking unnecessary exits.
Feel you, man.
But-
if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been
A Christian?
Yeah.
I've been a Christian since 2001.
Okay.
And again, it's been my relationship with God has been a fight, so I fight every day for that relationship, just like any other relationship. You have to fight for it.
That's right. It's beautiful.
And so I continue on fighting, putting the armor of God on.
There you go.
I have to take
That's
up
right.
the cross daily. I
That's
have
it,
to.
man. That's beautiful. All right, so God number 1.
Oh, so God number 1. I want to say number 2 has been, and this is the moment. It's my better half,
Yeah, man.
and her name is Larice.
Shout out to Larice.
Yes, and she's
I
been
bet she's an angel.
she's been my backbone.
Let's go.
I wouldn't be fair if I shout out all my kids because it would be
No, that's fair. I mean, the fam. I mean,
but
I mean, you can go.
Yeah.
God, wife, family.
God life family,
Yeah.
and that's all my kids. But
Yeah.
right now, that's my wife is. I mean, my better half is pregnant,
Okay.
and then I
Congrats.
have my little one, Milo,
Milo, nice.
right, and then I also have Ellie at home as well.
Nice.
So
Got a
Yeah.
crew.
yeah, so we got my family, and then most of all, like if I could thank God like a 4th time, it would.
Yeah, right. You're good. No, that's beautiful.
I want to give a deep shout out to my mom and my dad.
Okay.
They've been.
I'm gonna call that family still.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got God, wife, family, one more. But yeah, shout out to your parents. You did that early too.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm at this point where I'm very grateful for them.
Totally.
Because I see what other people had to gone through when I talk to other people, and I'm like, wow, that's rough.
Yeah, same.
And I'm always like grateful, like that could easily happen to me, but it didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
100%.
I'm very, very grateful for them.
Same.
Let's see. I want to give a shout out to.
Or this is grateful. What are you grateful for? Last one.
What am I grateful for?
That'll be your 4th grateful for.
I want to be totally grateful for, life.
Yeah, man. This mission.
Just doing
what you're
anti-bullying,
doing,
be
man.
able to do this.
Opportunities, all of
Opportunities, networking,
it. Yeah, man.
meeting Regina to meet you,
Yeah, man.
things of that nature.
Yeah.
So all of it has to do with just being in it, being in here, networking, be able to do so.
Yeah,
as
man.
well, right.
I love it. I love it, man. God, better half, family, purpose, life, all the above, man.
Yeah.
It's a great grateful for, man. Man, all right, dude. This has been awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing. And yeah, man, this is the start of something special, man. I say it all the time, man. It's crazy the people that walk in this door. Like, it's I don't want to say I'm not out there looking, you know, and I'm not prospecting. I'm not trying to grow the business, man, but God really does have a way of sending the right people in these doors, and that's definitely one of my grateful fors today, man, because it's super. It's just like confirmation, you know, like it's what we're doing here, and just the bigger picture of why some of the stuff isn't always as fun. It's stuff like this that really just like, it's that gas on the fire, man. So super pumped to meet you, man. Thank you for everything you're doing. Y'all be sure to check out harrypacheco.com. That'll be in the show notes. And then all the clips and all the cool stuff that we'll be putting out. Y'all be on the lookout for his pod. I'm putting him on the spot, but it's going to happen. And yeah, man, just grateful to have met you, and look forward to all the stuff we can do, man. It's going to be really fun, man.
Blessings. Thank you, Trent.
Yeah, man. We'll wrap this one up. As always, go check out spreadthepositive.net. We're always looking for people to join the STP 1200 Club. Everything's on the website. You know how to get in touch with me at Spread the Positive, or Trent at spreadthepositive.net. All the contact stuff comes directly to me. So if you want to get behind stuff like this and stuff like what Harry's doing, man, there's room. There's a lot of room, and we're looking to connect with folks like y'all. So, man, if this touched your heart, I hope it did. If it didn't, you're on the wrong channel. But we're here to build something special, and that's what we're doing, man. So until next time, we'll see y'all then. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Spread the Positive podcast. For more information about all the things we got going here at Spread the Positive, please check us out, spreadthepositive.net. Get involved with our underwriting, advertising, sponsorship program, start a podcast, or if you just want to support the mission, reach out on spreadthepositive.net or any of our social media handles at Spread the Positive. Look forward to connecting with y'all and giving y'all another fire episode on the next one. Thank you, and we will see you then. Let's go.